are live. Okay, let me play my song here. Y'all, we're celebrating. Hey, hey, hey. So I guess you're the dance queen. So I mean, if you want to get up and dance, I mean, I'm just saying, hey, hey, hey. Woo! This is a celebration, y'all. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Okay, it's not even. It's a celebration. It's a celebration, y'all. But I just wanted to come on here and just celebrate because I have my client on here, Capricia. She's amazing. She's awesome. She's brilliant at what she does, and I wanted to share her with you guys. And I also wanted to have a conversation about reinvention with you guys, with her in front of you guys because it's so important. And this is like the culmination of the series that I've been doing for the last few days. We've been talking about reinvention. We talk about how to reinvent yourself. Yesterday, I talked about what happens when you reinvent yourself. And today, we're going to give you an example of what reinvention looks like in the flesh, in person. Here's the good thing about this. Capricia is a fellow Virgin Islander, y'all. She is also from the US Virgin Islands. She lives here. We live on the same island, y'all. And for the longest time, yeah, listen, for the longest time, I did not think that I could get clients on the Virgin Islands who would pay me what I was asking for. Like there's this myth that when you live on a small town or you live in a small place that no one is going to pay you what you're asking, right? And for me, that was one of the things I had in my mind. My old self, we talk about the Tremaine versus Gabrielle mentality. My old self was telling me, oh my gosh, no one in the Virgin Islands is going to pay me the high dollars, right? But she did. And we're going to get into her. I'm going to introduce her to you guys. She's going to introduce herself actually in just a few minutes, but I want you guys to come on here. If you're coming on here, hashtag reinvention in the comment section below. Hashtag reinvention, y'all. Hashtag reinvention. If you watched the last two videos, I want you to let me know in the comment section if you did. And if you're just coming on this series for the first time today, let me know in the comment section below. If you're watching on the replay, y'all, again, do all the hashtags, do all the commentary, everything on here. Ask questions because I get back and I respond to all of you guys watching on the replay. So we're going to get right into it. I don't want to keep you too long. She has to go. I got to go on a date right after this. So we're going to get right into it. Okay. So let's get into it. So Capricia, hey girl. So tell me about your brand. Introduce yourself to everyone watching right now. Tell them about what you do, your brand, your business, the transformation you bring for your clients. My pleasure. Hold on one second. Is everyone hearing Capricia right now? Can you guys hear what she's saying? Just wanted to confirm you guys can hear what she's saying. Just let me know in the comment section that you guys can hear her. Okay, I think you should be able to, because I can hear her. And if I can hear her, you guys should be able to hear her. But let me know. I saw someone said that they can't hear, so I want to make sure that it's not just one person, and see what we can do about that. So let me know if you guys can hear what's going on. You can. Okay, you hear us now. Okay, can you hear her? Is the question. Can you hear her talk? When she was talking, you can go ahead and say something real quick, Capricia. So you're not able to hear her. Hold on one second. Okay, I think that was the issue. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so she's there. We had a little bit of a thing. But she's on now. So can you guys hear her now? Go ahead and talk, Capricia.
Testing.
You guys can hear? You guys can hear her? So you should be able to hear her now. Okay. Go ahead and talk, Capricia. You guys should be able to hear her. Go ahead and talk. I don't want to you get into the meat of this and then it's like
Okay.
No, we can't
They
hear
can
her.
hear me
Okay,
now.
they can hear. Okay, awesome. Yay. Okay, great. Okay. So me, you know what I didn't do? I didn't add you to my live. That's what it was. You went to the
Ah,
bottom of the slide, but
so
I
should
could
I
see
go ahead
you.
and reintroduce myself?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reintroduce yourself. Well, you go ahead and reintroduce yourself. Guys, I'm gonna just say it again. This is Capricia, my client. She's gonna reintroduce herself, what she does, her brand, and what she is doing now versus what she was doing then. So you can go back ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, you guys. My name is Capricia. I'm a gut health and feminine energy coach. And before I started working with Gabrielle, I was mainly just doing fitness coaching. So I was just helping clients to achieve their outward body goals, so to speak. But I knew that I had so much more to offer. And I knew that I wanted to have a bigger impact in these women's lives. So yeah, that's just a little bit about what I do. I mainly work with female leaders, women who are in leadership capacities at work, entrepreneurs, CEOs, coaches, mentors, women who have achieved amazing things already in their businesses and their careers. And they really want to get to that next level without sacrificing their health and without burning out. This is something that I see a lot in these type of women. I definitely went through it myself, where we are so focused on getting to the next level and reaching our goals and achieving success that we put our health to the wayside. And so that's just a little bit about what I do. I help my clients to make their health a priority again.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like before working with me, you were mainly, I knew you as the girl who helped people go to the gym and get fit. Now you're doing so much more. It's more than that. It's working with powerful female leaders, first of all. Second of all, you're taking them through a transformation of, you're so busy with getting your career off the ground, or being, maintaining your excellent career. Now let's get you maintaining your health, right? And so it's a different brand. Like there's been a reinvention of your brand, right? There's been a
Oh,
reinvention,
absolutely.
yeah, of how you approach your business, about how you go after clients, the kind of clients you go after, the caliber of clients that you're getting now. I'm pretty sure it's different. So tell me about. I know we're going to get into the questions, but really quickly, can you want to share like the examples of the kind of clients you got before versus the kind of clients that you're getting now? Is there a difference? Can you notice a difference?
I would say before I was kind of just attracting anyone.
Yeah.
Whereas now I am really, really working with that powerful female leader. I mean, I'm working with pharmacist manager,
Yes.
really, really powerful entrepreneurs. And Gabrielle and I are going to be working together next year.
Yes, I'm excited about it too. Yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the problem that you were experiencing in your business that kind of led us ultimately to work together, right? What were you experiencing in your business, and what made you, like, what problems were you dealing with in your business that you knew, oh my gosh, I need something to change. Something needs to change right now.
I would say mainly I knew that I was here for more. And I knew that I wanted to create a bigger impact and a deeper impact in my clients' lives, but I didn't really know how.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was doing a little bit of online work. I had a pretty successful program running, but it just wasn't doing it for me anymore. I wanted to reach that next level. You know what I mean? So everything was okay, but I wanted it to be great, and I wanted to like feel passionate about what I was doing. So
And here's the funny thing. Actually, when me and Capricia met, we just met as friends. Like we met to kind of be like, like working together, because like you guys know, I live on an island. We're both boss based on this island. It's kind of hard to find other people who are like us on the island, who are also working from home on, their boss base, and they can make their own hours. And we are usually like alone. It's very lonely as an entrepreneur. And so we kind of set up little work dates, and we would work together. And so she would do her business and I would do my business. And that's kind of how we met. I wasn't even like trying to get her as a client. I was just trying to get a friend. I was trying to get a work friend. I was trying to get a biz bestie. Like I was just like, can I have a big biz bestie, please, on St. Thomas? Is that even possible, right? Someone that I can do work dates with. That's kind of what Capricia and I were doing, right? That's how we met. And as we were, as she would see what I was doing in my business, she would ask me questions about my business, and she would see me having my client calls, and she would see certain things, and we'd talk about her business and my business, and so she kind of saw what was going on in my business, right? So that's kind of how we met. We're gonna get into that in just a second, but the next question I want to ask you is, how was that problem affecting you? Like, you were like, man, it didn't make me feel excited and passionate. How was that affecting you? Not necessarily feeling passionate anymore about what you were doing before. How did that affect you?
It was killing me, because I think when you know that you're placed here to have impact and you're here to change lives, and you feel as though you're not really living up to that, you're not really fulfilling that, it's like, what is my purpose? What am I doing here? Like, I'm just here, So I was literally just slowly dying. I was like, maybe this is just not for me.
Yeah, I even remember you saying, like, I don't think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You were very frustrated. And I remember the feeling, because I felt that myself before I made a transition in my business. And so I knew how you were feeling. I know that feeling deep down. It's not a good feeling, knowing that you're placed on earth to do more. Not everyone is on earth to make huge impact, right? Some people are just here to serve others, in a small way that's not really noticeable. It's like, I'm here to help you. Like my husband, he is happy being behind the scenes supporting me in my business.
He's
My husband
awesome.
handles the finance, he doesn't want to be seen. Like whenever I do events, my husband is in the background just running lines, doing mic checks. Like he's behind the scenes, you never see him, and he is so content with that. Like he just loves that, right? But there's other people who are meant to be seen, who are meant to be making huge impact, and meant to be noticed, and meant to be, to have a big following, and meant to have, work with world leaders, work with $1 million clients, work with $1 billion clients. There are certain people who just know it deep down inside that they're not living to their fullest potential. And when you're not, it's a very noticeable deficit in your life. It's very noticeable. You
Amen.
feel like there's a deficit. You feel like something is wrong. You feel uneasy. There's no rest, and it's not a good feeling at all. How many of you guys are experiencing that right now? How many of you guys are experiencing where you're like, oh my gosh, I know I'm called for more. I know I'm meant to be doing more. I secretly know in my heart, I never told anyone this, but I know I'm supposed to be doing big things. I know I'm meant to make big impact, and I'm not living to the fullest potential. I know I can be operating at 100%, but I'm operating at 60%. I'm operating at 70%. If that's you, let me know what percentage in the comment section below that you're operating at right now. If it's a 30%, you're like, you know what? People think I'm bomb right now, but I'm only at 30%. People think I'm bomb right now, but I'm only at 50. Like, imagine when I'm at 100. If that's you, let me know what percentage you're operating at right now in the comment section below, right? And so it's a big deal, y'all. So many of you guys know that you're called for more, but you're not there yet, and it's you're feeling it right now. So my next question is, what possible solutions did you consider? What did you try to do on your own, and what were you trying to do to solve the problem that you're experiencing in your business?
Yeah, well, I'm a huge advocate for investing in your business, hiring coaches, hiring mentors. So I had hired someone just before I had met Gabrielle, and I had invested about $12,000 in this person. And the way how they wanted me to go about doing business was not the way that I wanted to do it. They kind of wanted me to just do a bunch of little small programs here and there. And I'm the kind of person, I want to be all in and focused on one thing.
Yeah.
And so it just didn't feel in alignment. And so I was just like, what am I doing? Because here is this person who's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's working for them, but it doesn't feel in alignment with me. So I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I know what I want to do.
And here I come talking about focusing on one thing, focusing on selling a corporate offer, focusing on selling one program and really, doing it well. And me just talking about, you're like, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, I'm selling, back then it was called corporate coins. over and over again. She would hear me do my sales calls on the phone. And she's like, that's all you're doing all day long. Like everything that you do is just, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, right. And so how did that feel for you in that moment when you were like, oh my gosh, like I this is the answer. Like what was going through your mind in the moment? Like, oh my gosh, I should be doing this.
I remember around that time just being so confused
Yeah,
because, you know, you
I
listen to
remember.
the podcast, you're reading the books, you're following all these people, you have everyone telling you different things that have worked for them. Some
Yeah.
people are saying do a bunch of different programs. Other people are saying just focus on one. So I was like, I was really confused at that moment.
Yeah.
I really
And I
was.
remember you being extremely frustrated as well. Like
Yeah.
we had the conversation. I was like, girl, let me help you. Like I was like, let me help you in your business. Like I can help you 1000%. I can do this. And so we're gonna get into that actually. You know, what first of all, before I even get into us working together, um, what other solutions did you consider? Like I know you were like, you worked on, you had a coach before and you're working on that, but do you consider any other solutions besides my program at all? Like trying to do it yourself, like trying to rough it out. What were you thinking?
After I had finished with that coach, I told myself, you know what, let me give it a couple months on my own to see what I can do.
Yeah.
But I remember just every day waking up with anxiety. I'm like, is this going to work? Is this going to work? I don't know if this is going to work. Let me just try it. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. That's not a good feeling, especially being an entrepreneur in business. Things are unpredictable. And this is your livelihood. You know what I mean? That's not something to play around with.
Right.
So I knew like it was just a no-brainer, honestly, to work with you.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of working with me, what made you decide? Like, what was the deciding point for you to say, okay, I want to work with, I'm working with Gabrielle, I'm hiring her. What made you decide?
I think, with us doing our work dates together and being around you, seeing how you work, seeing your processes, seeing your systems, and just seeing the way that you, number one, care for your clients. I mean, on those sales calls, you guys, Gabrielle goes above and beyond. And you're literally walking away already having solutions in place, even if you don't work with her. And I could just tell that you genuinely cared.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabrielle would be up all hours of the night responding to clients, and I'm just like, this girl really, really cares. And the quality is another thing. Like, it's top notch, honestly. Like, you take what you do very, very seriously.
I do.
You want to do things the right way. You're not cutting corners.
Yeah.
And that's what I absolutely loved.
Yeah. And so listen, this is coming from someone, remember, she invested in a program before and she invested $12,000 with that person. I want you to think about that. She already had invested 12K with someone else. Okay? Like stop and think about just investing that much money with someone else. And then now it's like, okay, am I gonna go invest money with someone else again? Like that's a big deal. Like, right? That's a big deal. It's a lot of money for some people. My program at the time, it was like it's still high end. My program was high end. It's even more high end now, but it was like it's a high end program because you get high end results, and you're gonna talk about the results in just a little bit. But for the return on your investment, to be honest with you, it's not even that much. Like I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. It's really not that much money when you look at the return you're getting when you're working with me. Okay, we're gonna get into that in just a second. So you chose my program. I remember the day that I made an invitation. I was thinking in my head, I was like, I don't want her to think that I just wanted, like, for me, I knew I wanted a friend. Like I really just wanted a local biz bestie that I could work with. But when I realized that you were experiencing certain things in your business, I knew I could help you. And so I was like, I have to ask. Like I feel like I would be doing you a disservice by not inviting you to my program. Like I really felt that. And so even though I was a little bit nervous to ask, because I was like, this is a friend. I'm asking her to invest real money after knowing, because we were talking about your program that you were in. We're talking about the things that you were going on. We're talking about the frustrations that you would have, and I would just be like, sis.
We're not going
Right?
to talk about it.
Right? Like, we talked about it. We would talk about the thing, and I would say, "Well, are you doing this, this, and this?" And you'd be like, "No." And I was just like, I would even still help because you're my friend. So I was like, let me just help as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I knew that there's something that happens when you invest,
Oh, absolutely.
especially when you invest on a high level. And let me tell you something, Capricia paid in full. So she made a deposit and she paid the balance off. Like it wasn't like a payment plan situation. It was, I'm paying in full. Like she was all in, right? And
But I
so
didn't have the money. And I think that's something important to point out, because a lot of people think like, oh, I don't have the cash right then and there, I can't invest in this. But when you know, like you have that gut feeling like I need this, you become resourceful AF. And somehow, some way, girl, I got that money into your account.
yeah, I was like, she was like, okay, I'm gonna make a deposit. And then the next couple of days, it was like, bam, the rest of the money. I'm like, okay, oh, she ready. Okay, cool, right?
And
And
also
so
it's energy too, you know, how you
energy,
move with your money, how you invest. If you're
yes,
doing a bunch of little small payments because you're afraid to let go of that money, that's how your clients are gonna operate with you more than likely.
exactly. And I teach this to my clients as well. Whatever you do as a business owner in your business is gonna reflect. Your clients are gonna start to do that as well. If you're the kind of person that doesn't make your payments, if you're the kind of person that's like scared to invest, your clients are going to be scared to invest with you as well. If you're the kind of person that's like, oh, that's too much money, your clients are going to say that's too much money too. So your business is a mirror of you. Your clients, they're mirrors of you as well, right? And so for me, I invested big in my business. And so my clients are investing big in my business as well, right? And into their business as well, and hiring me as their coach, right? And so it's a mirror effect, right? Some people, when they get to this moment, there's a lot of fears that go through their mind. So what were some of the fears? What were some of the things that came up for you in the moment when you said yes and you made the first deposit? What was going on in your mind?
Oh, girl.
I've never heard this part, so I'm curious. I'm like,
I was like, Jesus be a fence, okay? Because if this does not work, I don't know what else will.
listen.
Gabrielle, I was terrified, and I remembered messaging you when we were
Yeah,
talking about it. I'm like, I have to let you know that I am super freaking terrified right now to make this investment.
yeah,
And I told her everything that I was needing in that moment.
yeah.
And what really made me go forward was just you reassuring me. And
And the
it
thing
was
is, I
just,
wasn't trying to convince you. I
no,
was trying to speak to the most highest version of you. Because for you, if you decided I don't want to work with you, I was not going to run and say, no, please, no, please. For me, there's this thing of, if I know I'm called to work with someone, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to speak to that level of you. There's going to always be fear, but I can talk you through that fear. But I'm not, if I know you're ready there, I'm going to talk you through the fear because I know what it feels like. I just invested in a high-end program. My coach has another level of what I was in. It's way more money and it's a year-long mastermind. Let me tell you, I told her I'm scared. So I know the feeling. I know how scary it is to invest a lot of money into programs because I do it in my business. I don't ask you to do anything that I don't for myself do. Like if you're someone who you're asking to invest lots of money and you're not at yourself investing, then what are you doing? That's hypocrisy. Like what are you doing? That's not leading by example. If I'm asking you to pay me $10,000, I expect I should be investing at that level as well, right?
yeah.
And so, listen, I know what it feels like. My goal was not to convince you to invest with me. You already were convinced. You already knew that you wanted to work with me. My job was to walk you through the fear and see if you really did want to let the fear overtake your decision or feel the fear and do it anyway. And so that was my job. My job was to help you make a decision, walk you through and facilitate you making a decision, right? So continue to tell me. So you said you messaged me and you were like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. What else?
Gabrielle, you guys, has this energy about her where you can just tell she cares. And I remembered you saying these exact words. You were like, I got you. And that was, anybody else could say that, but hearing it from you, I don't know, it came off differently. And I was like, you know what? Gabrielle's got me. I know it.
Yeah. And for me, my clients, any client who has worked with me, I have clients who just reinvest with me over and over and over again because they know I go hard for my clients. I go hard. I go above and beyond. I go above and beyond what you pay for. Like, because that's just my nature. And for me, I know that. And that's the reason why I charge the way that I do, because I know how hard I go. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't feel like my energy was being drained in doing that, right? And so you went ahead and you felt like you were well supported, and that. I'm sorry that you said that, because that's exactly what I want my clients to feel. I want my clients to know that I have them, and I have your back. Like, that's the whole point. This is what I was born to do. I was called to do this. This is my purpose in life, and like, it just makes me happy when my clients can see that this is my gifting as well, you know? So anything else you want to share about your affairs? Anything that was going on that you were like, oh my gosh? Anything that felt like, oh my, I don't know if I can do this? Anything else you want to share?
Um, I think obviously the biggest fear is like, am I gonna be able to pay my bills next month? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
a
mean?
big
That's
one.
that's just real, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
knew deep down that I was divinely guided and protected, and things would happen accordingly. And they
yeah,
did.
yeah. Let me ask you a question. What do you think would have happened in your business if you did not invest in this program?
Girl. To be honest, I would have probably gone back to personal training.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Let's talk about the prices for your personal training. Like, you were charging. What was your prices for your programs before working with me?
Do you mean like like in
Yeah,
person
like your
training or
coaching
online?
program, your personal training, stuff like that. Your coaching program mainly.
So personal training, it really depends on, how many times a week, but it was a couple hundred a month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but personal training is something that is always needed. So if it felt a little bit safer, but I knew deep down, like, no, that is not what I'm here to do. You
And
know,
you had an online course as well. You had the Alpha Babe Academy back then. How
yeah.
much was that investment? The investment for that?
Alpha Babe at the time was 1,800 for 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that program was the one that I kind of met you at, right? And so we did a whole reinvention of your business. We
Oh,
did an intensive. We did an intensive. Because when you first work with me, you guys, when you'll find out when you invest in my program, the first thing we do is we have an intensive call to kind of see what's going on in your business, kind of ton up stuff, right? We ton up your business. We ton things up in your business. We turn it up. We see what's going on. We take a deep look in your business. I identify what's going on, because my goal is to get you corporate contracts and working with corporate clients. And I can't do that if your brand is not saying that you're corporate ready. Like, I have to get you corporate ready. I have to get your brand up, turn your brand into one that would make a corporation say, oh my gosh, I want to work with her. She's a VIP level type person, right? And so I go into your brand, I look at your positioning, I look at your messaging, your voice, how you do certain things, everything. We look at everything, even down to how you did webinars change. Like, every single thing we went. She's like, girl, everything took. It was a makeover. Like, what was some of your favorite reinvention, or some of your favorite brand or business makeovers that we did while working together?
um, I think the masterclass, the webinar that we came up with, mind blown.
Yeah.
So a few months ago, I'll just give them a background story. I was trying to do a webinar, just to give people free value and then to invite them into a program that I was running at the time. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, like, this sounds good. I know what I'm doing. And then I had an intensive with you, and you just came in and you were like, no. And you got me all the way together. I was like, oh, and webinars are very strategic,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I think that is what I was missing. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't know if the results that I had from that webinar would have happened if we didn't do that intensive.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what? It's simple little changes like that that make big impact in your business. I'm gonna say it again. The simple little changes like that, the messaging, the way that you do certain things in your business, is what makes the biggest impact. And you don't know, because you're in your business all the time. You don't see what I can see. I'm called to see things in your business that you don't see. I'm called to see things in your business that's preventing you from making the kind of money in your business that you could be making. And so I can immediately see, absolutely not. We're not doing this. Here's what we're going to do instead, right? Here's how we're going to do this, right? I could immediately see things that it's like an aha moment for you, but for me, it's a no-brainer, right? Because that's what I'm called to do. And so I'm happy that you mentioned that. Anything else you want to share about the reinvention, things that we reinvented in your brand that you liked or enjoyed the most?
Well, I came up with a new offer that I'm absolutely in love with.
Tell us about it.
So I have a new program. It's called Goddess Impact. And it's really geared towards that type of woman that I was speaking about earlier. So the female leaders out here, women who know that they are here to make a big impact and they don't mind going the extra 15 miles to get to their goals.
Yeah.
And I felt it was really important to create a program for these type of women because, like we talked about earlier, the burning out that tends to happen, the sacrificing of your health in the interim to get to where it is that you want to go. So that program is it's going to be bananas.
How much is it?
That program is $5,000.
Yeah. So you guys, we went from $1,800 to $5,000. I'm gonna say that again. Her program was $1,800. It's now $5,000. And recently you experienced a really significant thing happen in your business from selling this program. What happened in your business?
Yeah, I had a 10K week that felt really aligned, really easy because I was operating out of alignment.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's easy. That's the part that's so good. It becomes easy, right? When you're doing what you're called to do, it becomes easy. So the point of, making the money back that you invested is like a no-brainer. It's like, oh yeah, she's already made what she invested so much times over. It's like not even a question, right? Because she's doing what she's called to do. She's doing it in the right way. She's speaking to the right people. She's aligned with who she's helping and how she's serving. And so it's amazing. So yeah, go ahead.
And I also love that you mentioned, oh God, I just lost my train of thought. Speaking to your ideal client. I speak to my ideal client and only her. And I think that has made a major difference. So something else that I think people should take into consideration is when you start speaking to your ideal client, engagement tends to go down. You're not getting as many likes and all of these vanity metrics, they tend to go down, but the sales go up and you have more people in your inbox and it just flows so much easier.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't have a large audience at all.
Yeah, but you had a 10K week though. See, here's the thing. A lot of people get caught up. We're talking $10,000 in a week, right? People get caught up with, I got a bunch of followers. I got a bunch of numbers. It's not about the numbers. It's about your impact. It's about who you're speaking to, and it's about how your messaging and your positioning, how you're showing up in the space, right? And so I'm just super excited for your business. Like I know, like you're gonna come to me and you're gonna be like, girl, I just had a 50K month. Girl, I just had it's already there because your business is already set up for that. And that's not even talking about, we haven't even got into corporate clients yet, you guys. We haven't got into her getting corporate contracts. That was just me getting her business prepared for these high-end contracts. We created a whole entire corporate offer for together. So you can go ahead and talk about your corporate offer and what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, so the funny thing is I haven't even gone to really pitch myself yet because I was really focusing on my offer. But just from genuinely speaking to people about what I do and learning about what these entities really need, I've already gotten people saying, hey, I need to have a meeting with you. Like, please present, let us know what you can offer us because we really need your help.
Yeah, you had a gym ask you to partner with them as well, right?
Yeah. And then I have some other things lined up as well for the new year. So
exactly. So guys, it's not just about getting a corporate offer. It's about setting up your business in a way that's ready to get corporate clients, right? It's not about, going and getting, it's about, yes, the program is called Corporate Client Closers. We're going to close corporate clients. Yes. But in order to do that, there's some groundwork that needs to happen. You have to reinvent your business, the way that you show up, who you speak to, the kind of clients you're attracting. If you're coming to me and you're charging $500 or $1,000, I'm gonna have to get you together, right? I'm gonna have to get you together and get your brand as one that's gonna be interesting to a corporation that's gonna say, okay, we're gonna drop 100K on you, right? Corporate, you charging your $500 for like a 6-month program is not attractive to anyone that's gonna really be there for a long haul, or that you can really make a transformation with. And this is where we start. We start with your business. We start with your positioning, your messaging, and how you show up. So it's much more than just getting corporate contracts. It's about creating a brand that is high end, that feels expensive, that feels luxury, but it's also about making huge impact and making huge transformation in the lives of your clients, right? So that's the whole entire point. Anything else you wanted to say real quick before we move on to the next question?
Yeah, I also want to say that, when I am ready to start pitching my corporate offer, Gabrielle has already prepared me. Like, I have all my documents, I have the presentation, like I have everything that I need. So I'm not even worried about that. And that's the amazing thing about working with you is you got me all the way around. Like, I have everything that I need.
Yeah, you guys, I take care of my clients. You have everything. Like, you have templates, documents, proposals. You have a breakdown of corporations and clients that you can actually go after. Like, you have everything that you need to be successful. She hasn't even done the corporate part yet, but she's already seeing huge profit in her business just from the intensive piece of our sessions. You guys, okay? There's a huge shift that happened in her business just from that alone. And she hasn't even gone after corporate clients yet. But that's the reinvention piece. That's the part that happens when you reinvent yourself and your brand. And I thought it was just so important. So you guys, hashtag reinvention. If you know you need a reinvention right now, say, I need a reinvention in the comment section below. I need a reinvention. Comment that below, because I want you to, there's something about admitting to yourself and cutting all the nonsense out. We're usually the leaders in our circle. We're usually the one that's the one that knows everything. We're the one that's the higher up in our family or in our circle of friends. Everyone is coming to us for advice. And so we tend to kind of hide behind that a lot and not really admit to ourselves, you know what? I don't know what the heck I'm doing and I need help. Okay? I need some help today. And so by you just saying that, it gives you the freedom to understand that you're human. And even though you're brilliant, sometimes you need help. I need a reinvention. Comment that below if you know you need a reinvention in your brand and your business, and you're ready to take your business and your life to the next level. The end of this year and the beginning of or continuing on to 2020.
Yeah, and another thing I want to say is that it's so much easier to invest in someone who has already been there. They've done that. They know everything. Whereas, a lot of us try to DIY everything. We're listening to all the podcasts, the books, and all of that, and you're just wasting your precious time.
Yeah. That's an important part. Like, there's this thing that happens again when you it's not just about investing, it's about investing on a high level, right? You invest on this high level and something energetically happens, right? I'm going to give you my story. When I invested in my coach, before the program even began, I already made the money like back in a week. I had a 10K week as soon as I invested, right? Guys, there's something that happens when you invest on a high, it's an energy. There's something that happens. You show up like, oh my gosh, okay, this just got real. And you put the whole entire world, God, your body, your soul, your being on notice, like, we're doing this for real, for real. It's something that happens when you release that money and say, I'm doing this. You're putting your money where your mouth is, literally. There's an energy release and you start to see shift really, really quickly. Right. And so that's just awesome. Right. So let me ask you another question. I'm going to ask you, what measurable benefits have you seen in your business as a result of us working together? Like, what measurable thing have you seen? Like, okay, this happened before, but now this happened. What have you seen that has happened?
The first thing I've seen is the type of people that I attract has completely shifted.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to my ideal client and only her.
Yeah.
And we got really down to the T of my ideal client, which is I mean, that's the foundation of building a successful brand and a successful business, is knowing who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one.
Yep. Yeah.
So definitely that. I think the quality and the value of my program, it just screams more luxury, which is what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, of course, monetary wise, like, and it's not even really about the money. I feel so much more in alignment with what I'm doing, which makes it easier to sell my program and be excited about it, and call in the right people because they can feel that energy.
Yeah. 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 I mean, yes to everything. Yes to everything. We're gonna wrap up in just a little bit, you guys. And if you have any questions, I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to ask questions really quickly. But I'm also gonna leave the link to get on my calendar below, because if you guys are ready for that transformation, take action, y'all. It's all about taking action. It's not about saying I want something and not taking the action. There's something that has to happen after you put your words out there. Something has to happen. You have to take some kind of action, right? My program to work with me is $12,000. $12,000 if you want to pay with a payment plan, or $10,000 if you're going to pay in full. Yeah, it's an investment. Yes, it's sometimes a higher investment than you probably invested in before. But number one, there's a return on the investment. Capricia had a 10K week, not a month, a 10K week, right? She already paid back for her program over and over again, period. Right? And so take action. I'm going to drop the link to get on my calendar down below. I'm gonna take questions in just a second. We're gonna wrap up because she has to go and I gotta go in a little bit as well. But if you are really serious about your business for 2020 and you want to shift your business, my program, our orientation for cycle one of corporate client closer, because I shifted the name, I shifted the kind of program it was. Her program was more of a VIP day program. I've done this where there's a VIP day and then there's 90 days of support, because that's kind of what my heart, I love supporting my clients. That's what's my heart anyway. And so that program is $12,000 again, payment plan $10,000 paid in full, 90 days of support, VIP day. We're adding a live event to that as well. We're going to get into that later on. But there's so many different things that you get in this program. You don't just get how to work with corporate clients. You get a reinvention of yourself. You get a reinvention of your brand. You get a reinvention of your money, the kind of money that you make in your company. Okay. So let me go ahead and add this right here really quickly so you guys can go ahead and get on the link. And then if I don't see any questions in the comment section, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and move on real quick. Let me put that on here. It's bit.ly/corporate closers with HERS is there. Okay. I don't see any question in here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up really quickly. Anything you want to just add really quickly, Capricia, before you go?
If you guys are on the fence about investing in Gabrielle, in your business, honestly, I would just have to say, what do you have to lose? Honestly, because if you invest in yourself, you hire a coach, it doesn't turn out too well, which is not going to happen with Gabrielle.
Absolutely not.
You're still going to come out. You're still going to come out learning something, right? And having some sort of growth, which is a profit.
Yeah. Yeah. So really quickly, if you are interested in this program, you can type below corporate closers, the way that it's spelled on the screen. But I just want to kind of break down for you the program and who it's for. This is mainly a female run program. If you're a male and you want to join this program, I'm not going to stop you from joining it if you're the right fit. But this is primarily for women who are looking to make an impact, make more money in their business, and work with corporate clients. There's a certain point in your business where you start realizing that you got to start working with corporations, right? You got to get the corporate dollar, because you're going to start to kind of hit a ceiling in your business. And so there's another level to that, and that's corporate clients, right? So in that program, we talk about creating your corporate offer. We talk about showing up in a way that's going to be attractive to corporations and be attractive to high-end clients. We reinvent your brand, we reinvent your strategy for getting clientele, your positioning, your messaging. But the most important part about this is that this is a community. It's a support system, right? It's an incubator. And so one of the biggest things that happen to us as women, especially, is that we feel like we have to go at things alone. And you're going to have other people in the program. Right now, we already have 5 people in the program. We have multi 6-figure earners in this program. We have people who are on their way to making millions, their first million, like in the next few months in this program. We have people who are powerful leaders in this program already. And so I'm super excited because the kind of people that are in this program are so amazing. If you're the smartest person in the room right now, you need to be in this program because you get to rub shoulders with other impactful women. So if you're wanting a community of other people where you're going to be on the same journey together, this is the program for you. Again, it's $12,000, 10K pay in full. Again, click the link or sign the link, use that link below. I'm going to leave it in the comment section as well, or use a link that you're seeing across the screen, bit.ly/corporate closers, and get on a call with me. Let me see if I can get your business corporate ready. There's an application process. I don't take anyone into my program. I'm not interested in working with everyone. I only want to work with the one that I know I can get them corporate contracts and I can get them money in their business. So if you know that you're called to work with me, go ahead, book a call, and I'll talk with you very, very soon. Thank you so much, Capricia, for agreeing to go on live. I know you were just like, she just said yes. She didn't even know what we were doing. I was like, would you be what? Yes. So thank you so much for saying yes and being on here. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Bye.